One thing I have definitely learned with Kill the Kill is that, well, nothing is safe. Even just the typical journey to school itself is fraught with peril, torture, betrayal, and copious amounts of puddles of blood left conspicuously by passing fathers and their kids. Try not to think too much into that one though. But on the journey to find who was behind her father's murder, what's exactly going on with these cloves that drink blood, and trying to get a passing grade on that history test, let's find out what Ryoko actually does. Motorbike on a highway? Are we actually... Oh no, it is an introduction to some biker. And either they are going to get immediately destroyed on the ascent up to the school, or they're going to be someone... I'm not going to make any comments there about a school and sniper rifles and, well, firearms in general, but... The gardening club? Oh, no. Trampling through. Taking the shortest path through. Are we just going to ignore that his hair is practically the same as the main girl's? I'm sure there's actually plenty of people who would pay to have that kind of fast-acting growth formula. Somehow you are not as intimidating as the boxer. Okay, I'm kind of glad it just turned out to be a nail gun, but at the same point... It's dead. Is it those nails themselves can interfere? The most important of all. Being told what to do. Is this the first time that she's been asleep at the desk? An appropriate name. An appropriate title, yes. Now, not only do we have to worry about the various captains of various clubs who are all in possession of a garment which gives them stupid powers, especially like, oh no, watering cans. But now there's someone else on the scene who is also collecting those life fibers. Whether or not he's going to be a help or a hindrance is yet to be seen. And ultimately, with the gardening club down, there's one less obstacle in the way, but I don't see that they were going to be much of an issue. With the fact that she stood up against the one wearing a god robe and actually came out of it only a little scathed. Is she... That's kind of a cool outfit. Anyway, Is she anything except a maiden in distress? I mean, if scalpels can't do it, then her greatest enemy. That would actually make it easier to carry around. You don't have to bring that giant case everywhere. Ah, don't get too full of yourself. I wonder if he can do on the spot diabetes tests and all of that. I assume the answer to that would be yes then. Remember to eat your veggies. He's. I've seen that outfit cast various expressions, so I'm not sure I fully side with him. That's what you were worried about? Yeah, just put it back in, yeah. And then it'll fall out again, you can consume it third time. She's fine. Just a flesh wound. Unharmed, no. Practically fine, probably. Well then. I guess learning acupuncture points might be a good idea. Or just fill needles with various toxins. Is it going to be two different points from the before? Yeah. He wants to correct everything. Um. I would have to decline. Not sure how exactly she's getting out of this. Apart from. Is that the teacher? He was a big fan of pressure points and needles. And of course, that he had attached a little note to it. Is there more things he hates other than interruptions? And if you interfere here, then that goal is nudist speech. That would explain why he's stripping all the time. Yeah, sure, but it's one of the few things that could actually stand up at the minute against the ones in charge. People in clothing are not enemies, apart from to nudists, I guess. There was no need to destroy that cup. He has a one-track mind. Do any of them actually chew their food? Just repeat it word for word, I guess. Apparently, being a backstreet doctor pays well enough to buy all of this food that they have. Oh. Just what you want at the dinner table. Let's be honest though, that food didn't look as unappetizing as what we have previously been shown that they have eaten. It didn't move on its own. How to know if someone is really intent on their goals? Have a little bit of light shine through into the room of them standing there naked. Thank you for that little bit of exposition. Is this going to be a big, like, grand reveal and actually these Ultima uniform dudes are the good guys? Sandpaper in a clam? Okay. That's quite a elaborate hat that she has. True. Are they gonna have an intervention for her because she's talking to the uniform again? They're so understanding. Does she have money to pay for this trip? I guess she doesn't have to leave behind food. Food again. God, you're so brooding. Any? What is she wearing? Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't showing us on for a reason. Surprising they can have a conversation from that range. That's actually quite a nice sound. Something about the sound of metal on metal is cathartic. He has a lot of trust in his armament there. One or two got through. Okay. They're under attack from all sides. Please get rid of them. The gardening club, I thought he was taken down. Are they back here for round 2? Well, their small fries are going to be taken down. It's just wearing them out by numbers. Yeah, you don't want to rush in unprepared. Are they actual people or are they just mannequins? No. Having this as a soundtrack to the battle, I've said it before, this show does love a bit of classical. They've already been wiped out. A glint in the sunlight there of the needles. You don't need words to describe what's going on in a scene. Sometimes entirely orchestral. He's not going to have much of a lower jaw left, is he? Oh, they did get put into the male toilets. This should be something that people should intervene with. He forced a girl into the male toilets and telling her to strip. Can you do more than 2 at a time? And that led to the collapse of all humanity. Gross. So that was the combination of both man and, well, not machine, but man and clothing. Man and material. Can you execute a uniform? And because it can't talk, and no one can hear it other than her. Give it a nice clean. So, a friend, yeah. The fact that she's fighting for her friend's imaginary friend, I guess. Could have chosen a better. I take back everything. She is a master of reality. Why doesn't she use this power of hers to do actually anything useful? While she's doing her little routine, can't she replace her clothes with Sengetsu there? Did you need to do a crab pose for that? I can believe that. Wow, she can overcome the few pins holding it into the ground. Is he just accepting of this, though? So that's why you happen to be in the vicinity and with a mop or a broom. slap. Oh. You fool! Uniform and clothing can't talk. Was there need to bring the entire band into the hallway? They aren't really against each other, it's just they have two different ways of achieving the same goal. That's one way to clear the area from all that gas. Place might need a remodel. Well, he was making it up on the spot. So because she didn't rush in and got everyone to fight there so that it can be analysed. Yeah, that's a 3-star for you. Someone redressed you. That's the ceiling, isn't it? Why is there a footprint on the ceiling? I don't know if it would help or hinder if Senkatsu actually showed Mako that he can talk and isn't just an inanimate piece of cloth. And now we have the most powerful force known in the universe, the power of friendship. I'm just gonna take that at face value, mate. And the second part, or haven't you thought that much? Thought it through? Coming apart at the seams. Compared to the last episode, which was just... Here's the world, the school's a complex place, and they have the ability to throw hurdles in whenever they want. And it isn't just focused on her, it is everyone. Because if you're not good enough, they don't want you. But now they're introducing more characters, more organizations, more... Well, just more to the world. And especially with the... There's a darkness behind the god robes. It looked like it literally tore a woman apart. I'm guessing that it was the origin of the life fibers, though. It is a literal combination of fabric and DNA. Which is kind of frightening if you think about it. Excuse me? What was that? But honestly, I wasn't really expecting a guerrilla warfare type guy with a concealed multi rocket launcher thing, and a nail gun. I don't know what to expect in the future. Whether that's a good thing or not for this show is yet to be seen. But now that we have been shown the 3 stars are competent and they're not easily thrown by the wayside like those lowly 2 stars, when we finally get to those battles, it's going to be a fun one. Hopefully you'll be there with me. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like down below as well as a comment. Let me know if you know the title to that classical piece, because there's so many that I've heard over the years and I don't actually know what they're called. I can't remember if I know what this one is because I can't remember which one it was. Should have thought more about it at the time. But if you want to see more Kill la Kill, you may need to take yourself a little bit of a rest. See you there. Sometimes I wonder if people see me talking to myself like this and wonder, am I speaking to an imaginary friend? Luckily, a good way to show that you are in fact real is to join on to my Patreon. Because so far, Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Dynamite 1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Dark Shadow, 7899, Yuki Ali, and everyone else are the sentient garments that would make someone like Marco look at me with slight pity. So thank you.